Matt Morris. Welcome to the Unemployed Millionaire Show, coming to you from Marseille, France, on the French Riviera. We just rented a little boat here, a private boat with the family, and went cruising. We're in one of the lagoons here, and as you can see, there's some very, very beautiful rock formations going all the way up and around. If you come across on this side, you can see unbelievable, just breathtaking. In fact, most of the people are here by boat, but there's, I don't think you can see it from this angle, there's a little beach right back here that people actually came from over the top. So anyway, thought I'd record a quick training video for you, and the topic of the video today is how to recruit network marketers. And you know, it is one of the strategies that has allowed us to live the kind of lifestyle that we do, is recruiting other professional networkers. And I'm going to give you my strategy. And typically this, you know, there's when I got my start in network marketing, I didn't know any network marketers. I went, you know, friends, families, I did all kinds of crazy things. I bought lead lists that didn't work. I put signs on the side of the road. I mean, I did anything and everything to generate leads. And, you know, it was kind of frustrating. And here's how I ended up recruiting other networkers. It was just through being in the trenches, you know, by showing the business to average, everyday people who had maybe never done networking, or maybe they hadn't before and hadn't had success. And because I did so many presentations to non-networkers, I ended up meeting some other people. In fact, I'll give you an example. I recruited a guy named Jimmy. Jimmy was not a networker. He led me to another guy named Glenn. Glenn was not a networker. Glenn led me to a guy named Terry. Terry was not a networker. And Terry led me to a guy named Mark. Now, Mark was a networker. He ended up building a team of 4,000 people. Now, I had never had any major success in our profession before. But when I met Mark, you know, he had a skill set that I didn't have. He ended up building an organization of, you know, about 4,000 people. It was pretty awesome. And so how did I end up recruiting that networker? It was through being in the trenches. It was doing the average everyday things, Starbucks meetings, home meetings, you name it. And see, what frustrates me is most of the people telling you how to recruit network marketers, the only, they're trying to sell you their system on how to recruit network marketers. But I'm telling you this, recruiting network marketers is about relationships. So the way I started, ended up finding networkers, is through just being in the trenches, grassroots, every day, belly to belly, you name it. Now, over the course of time, I ended up meeting people from other companies, things like that. You know, there's generic network marketing events, and I'm not telling you to go to generic network marketing events to recruit people from their company. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't be the cheesy networker. But you'll end up developing relationships. And over the years, I have always kept a database. In fact, I've got a folder in my contact manager for networkers. And so when I meet a networker, I put them in there. And I just try and maintain that relationship with the networkers. And what happens from time to time is things don't work out with the company they're in. And if you've got a relationship with them, guess who they might be calling? It's you. Now, I've been doing this 20 years, and so I've been able to recruit a handful of networkers. But what do I do on a daily basis? Am I only recruiting networkers? Not at all. In fact, if you look at over the last 6 years, have recruited well over 200 people. Most of them have been non-networkers. And what am I doing with them? I'm doing the same thing I did from day one. I'm doing a launch party. I'm doing a launch call with them. I'm having them do 3-way phone calls. I'm doing home parties. I'm doing Starbucks meetings. And what happens is, when I do that, every once in a while, someone, you know, normal, average, everyday person leads me to someone who leads me to someone who leads me to someone who might lead me to a networker. So if you want to know how to recruit network marketers, just go out and recruit. Do it like crazy, and you'll end up finding them. So if you feel like this can add some value to some others, feel free to share it around. Love to hear your comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, hop over to mattmorris.com, put your name and email address in, and I will send you a free training that I recorded for you. So as always, go make life an adventure.